Hi guys, welcome back to Cooking with Kat. Today we're gonna make one of my favorite potato appetizers, and it's a twice baked potato filled with cheese and bacon, and it's gonna be so awesome. Let me run you through the ingredients because they're really quite just a few basic ingredients. So you're gonna need some olive oil. You're going to need some russet potatoes. You can either use baby gold or baby red potatoes. I just, that big pack of russet potatoes? Well, I found these little ones and I said, I'm just gonna make an appetizer. So you can definitely use that. And then I have some dried chives. You can use fresh ones if you'd like. Sour cream. I have some butter that I'm bringing up to room temperature. Salt and black pepper. Shredded cheddar cheese. I actually like to shred my own cheese, that block, because I've used pre-shredded cheese, but that coating, that powdery coating that they put doesn't really melt well and it's very dried. But if you can shred your own. And I have here some chopped bacon. I chopped it up in pieces and some milk. That is all you're gonna need. Simple, right? And super easy as well. So first things first, you're going to wash and scrub your potatoes very, very well, especially if you're eating the skin. You really want to do that. And what I did, I dried them completely. And then if you can see here, I pierced some holes, and this is to release the steam when you bake them in the oven, just like so. Just in all sides. That should be it. Okay, we're good. And then I already have the oven dish that I'm gonna bake them in, and you wanna do that because olive oil, our little friend, we are going to sprinkle it with, or drizzle, better said, olive oil. And what this does is help crisp up the skin where it doesn't really wrinkle that much. It's gonna crisp up your skin, and you want that. I'll show you why in just throughout the video. So you're going to mix up your salt and pepper and sprinkle, season the skin very, very well, and just rub them with the olive oil. Okay, meanwhile this is happening, you're going to preheat your oven to 425. Again, you don't have to make the appetizer, the mini version. You can make the full version. It'll just be cooking for longer, but you can follow the exact same procedures. Okay, here you go, you guys. This is gonna be so good. Kid you not. Okay, season them very well, salt and pepper. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put them inside the oven. Check them, since these are very small, I'm gonna check them after 30 minutes. So meanwhile that happens about 5 minutes before it's good, and you're gonna know that it's ready when you can easily poke either a knife or a fork in them when they're done. I'm gonna check them after 30 minutes. And after that, we're going to warm up the milk. We're gonna cook our bacon. We're gonna bring everything back together, and we're gonna assemble everything. It's gonna be so great. Our potatoes are done baking. I baked them at 425 for about 35, 40, 43 minutes or so. I let them cool before you handle them. As you can see, do not get intimidated. They do get a little wrinkly once you let them cool, but that's okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab one, okay? And you're gonna cut it lengthwise, just like so. And of course, to know if they're finished or not, you're gonna put a fork or a knife down the middle. Mine look and are finished. And then, when they were finishing up, I cooked my bacon. I drained it in a lined paper towel. I warmed up my milk. If your butter is still not at room temperature, then give it a little help by warming it up in the microwave. I'm gonna cut these up, and then we'll move on to the next step. So when you finish cutting all of your potatoes lengthwise, see, we started with 7 potatoes, now we have 14 little appetizers. You're going to grab a clean bowl. And here's what I want you to do. We're going to scoop out, and that was the reason why you needed your skin, or your flesh, your skin actually, to be crispy, is you're going to scoop carefully all of your flesh, all of your potatoes. But in order for the little boat to stand, you're going to leave about a 1/4 inch So you're gonna scoop out most, but not all. You're gonna leave flesh in the on the edges because you want it to support, or else if you were to take all of it off, then your potato will fall apart, and we don't want that, okay? So that's about good. See that? That's perfect. That is very perfect. So finish that, finish doing it with all of your pieces, and then we'll move on to the next step. Alrighty guys, so let me show you what the potato boats look like. So just like I showed you, I scooped out all of the potatoes, put them in a bowl, and they're standing. See how crisp, because the skin is so crispy due to the olive oil that we baked it in, it's able to stand. So potatoes, I have the melted butter, add that. And what I do, usually I just give it a little push before you add the rest of the ingredients, just to kind of combine everything. And then what I do is add the bacon, just not all of it, because what you're doing right now is actually the filling, and then you're just gonna reserve a little bacon to top all of the little boats in. So I have bacon. I'm gonna add some shredded cheddar cheese and also reserve some for the topping. Then I'm gonna add a little salt and pepper to season our potatoes. I'm gonna add sour cream. You can also use cream cheese if you'd like, actually. And a little bit also of dried chives. You can use green onions if you'd like, and I'm also going to reserve for the topping. So what I reserved is the bacon, chives, and cheddar cheese. So what I do is give this a good mix and add the milk. So you're gonna add the milk slowly because you don't want to add everything, and just check if it's going to be your desired consistency. So grab a whisk and start whisking everything until it's nicely combined. Okay, just like so. Give it a good whisk. Remember to warm up your milk before you add it to the potatoes. You never want to add cold milk straight in potatoes. Just give that a good whisk. And again, you guys can even do just like a cheddar and broccoli, anything really. Get creative with the ingredients that you add in your potatoes. It's gonna be awesome and so good. So it looks like this. If you can see it, I think for me, that is perfect. Okay, that should be good. I'm just gonna give it one last mash with the fork. Make sure it's nicely and combined. And of course, you're going to be left with more filling than what you actually started with, because you're adding all of these ingredients to the mashed potatoes. Okay, that, my friends, should be perfect. Okay, so here's what I do. Grab a little spoon, because of course you're making appetizers. What I do is scoop out some of the filling, and I scoop them carefully, very carefully, onto your potatoes. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but I love to see potato appetizers, or just baked potato in general, mount up. So here's what I do. And now, oops, there goes one. And repeat with everything, and then I'm going to show you how to do the topping. Meanwhile, let your oven come to a high temperature. It could be 450, 425. We're just going to put it in the oven after we assemble everything to let it melt. Okay, so I have filled all of our potato boats. Look at how beautiful that is. And you know, if you want just to get a little fancy, just add a little texture in it, you know, or to it. Just like so. They do kind of, when you bake them, mount up. So what I do is, for the topping, now that we have the filling done, just add some additional cheese. Just remember that these are appetizers, so everything's in the mini version, just like that. Make sure that you guys have your oven preheating. Okay, so there you go. That sounds good. And when we put them in the oven, it's really just to make the cheese melted. That's it. Everything else is cooked. You know, you don't have to cook it. Just add a little bit of bacon if you like. I mean, is that even a question? Who doesn't love bacon, right? No, for real, tell me who doesn't. Okay, so there you go. Just like that. Just a few pieces, that's all. You know, if you guys like, when you're doing your mashed potato mixture, if you like clumps or if you like a real smooth consistency, then grab your potato masher. But if you don't mind some clumps, some texture, then just do it with the fork and the whisk like I did it. Okay, and then I'm gonna top it with a little bit of chives. Remember that chives are like a mild onion flavor. So if that's not you, then don't add it. Doesn't it look so pretty already, you guys? I mean, your party guests will just adore this, especially after we see the melting cheese. We'll be back. So I left our twice baked potatoes baking in the oven. I first did 480 for 4 minutes, and then I broiled it for an additional 4 minutes. So it was a total of 8 minutes while the cheese melted, crumbled up, and just bubbled up actually. You guys, look at this. Amazing. Love it. I mean, straight out from your oven to your guest for your party. So awesome, right? Who wouldn't love such, I mean, tell them how adorable they are. Well, you know what? Let's even taste them. Oh, so good, you guys. Perfect for game night. And you know, the size is just a little bit larger than a large egg. So I'm probably gonna burn the roof of my mouth. And you know what? I'm just gonna grab it just like that. Because that's what you can do. It's an hors d'oeuvre, as the French say, or an appetizer. Oh, these are a dream. Yes, they are. They're definitely a treat. Your party, your dinner guest, everyone will love them. So after they come out of the oven, let them cool just a bit so you wouldn't burn your mouth, and so that they can set a little bit. But oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna dig in. Beautiful. You guys, thank you so much for watching. After this video, do not forget to subscribe for more weekly cooking videos. Thank you so much. I'm digging in. Like and subscribe. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.